Hey, free
Hello.
agency is finally winding down, Tom.
I think so. I think it's done now.
I think all the big moves are done. I think they're done.
I think.
I guarantee nothing will happen in the next hour during this show.
It'll happen 61 minutes later.
Yes.
Yes.
Should we even do a show today?
Eh.
You want to talk about those Vikings?
Let's talk about the Vikings. Oh, baby. Damn it. We here.
Steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is J-P. S.
And the S stands for signed by the Vikings is Kyler Murray.
That's right. Kyler Murray signing. I feel like at this point, it wasn't that big of a surprise, right? I feel like this was kind of anticipated during free agency.
Yes.
Murray signs a 1-year deal with the Vikings, which kind of makes a lot of sense, just like the Tua to the Falcons signing, right? You're not going to have to pay him a ton of money. It's a 1-year deal. The Cardinals are going to be paying the majority of the salary, similar to how like the Raiders, they're going to be paying a good chunk of Geno Smith's salary that they just traded him to the Jets. And I feel like this is just another student in the Kevin O'Connell's school for QBs who can't throw good.
Nice Zoolander reference.
Thank you.
Nice Zoolander reference.
Thank you.
Yeah. I kind of love it for the Vikings. I love the upside of it. There's literally no risk for this team.
No.
If like Kyler is, and Kyler's he's never a terrible quarterback. So like even your floor is just like, Kyler can do some nice things. He's like the way the Vikings are going to look at Kyler Murray is completely different than the Cardinals. If Kyler's just playing like average quarterback play, that's an upgrade from what the Vikings got through the course of last season.
That's correct.
And I think there's potential for Kevin O'Connell with that schooling you just mentioned to unlock Kyler's full potential. So I think it's just about watching Kyler in, I think, an offense that's going to be designed for his strengths. I think we'll see his athleticism utilized in the best way possible. And the question mark I think everybody's going to have is just about Kyler's consistency through the course of a season with the Vikings. So it's going to be fun. Hey. It makes the NFC North's free agency round, it makes it a lot more fun. And yes, it looked like this was going to happen the whole time. Now it's official, so now Vikings fans can, enjoy it. And I think when we saw that Kyler Murray was at the Vikings facility, and that he had scheduled some Zoom meetings with other teams to talk to them, I was like, those fucking teams don't have a chance.
No, they don't have a shot. Yeah, no.
I'll talk to you from the Vikings facility.
Yeah, you're behind a locker that says Murray on top of it. You're like, don't worry about it. No, it's totally fine.
Not happening.
Happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic birthday and birthday weekend. Let's go. Yeah, I feel like this is, you put it, I think, correctly, in that it makes a whole lot of sense, because at the very worst case scenario, okay, it doesn't work out. You sign him to a 1-year deal in which you're not paying him the majority of the money, right? Cool. That works out.
Yeah.
2, at bare minimum, it's competition for JJ McCarthy, who this is the evaluation year, right? Like, I would say that this is probably the last full season that we're going to get of the JJ McCarthy experience if he does not step up and show that he can be the starter there. So I think you're going to be bringing in competition for him, and it's going to be, all right, whoever wins out in camp. And at the bare minimum, if JJ McCarthy steps up, then you have a veteran, backup who can win you some football games if you need. Right?
Yeah.
So it kind of works out.
I don't even think it's going to be much of a competition. I think this is Kyler's job, and they're going to continue to work with JJ, obviously, but I think the Vikings have more to gain by they're going to start Kyler week 1. I'll be shocked if they don't. Like, Kyler's got to come in and he's got to be worse than JJ McCarthy in Kevin O'Connell's eyes. And I don't think that's going to happen. So I think he'll be the week 1 starter. And I think the Vikings will just be in the process of seeing, like, who is Kyler Murray in our system with our weapons? And should we be considering signing this guy for a long-term deal? And we'll figure out JJ later. And what I did not know is that Kyler Murray is a Vikings fan. He was a Vikings fan as a kid.
Yes.
I think there's a quote out there saying because he's from Texas, he didn't root for the Cowboys because they were ass for all of his childhood.
Which valid.
So it is funny. But we had Mike McCarthy returning to Pittsburgh, where, like, he's really wanted to be. It seems like Kyler's very excited to be a Viking because he grew up a Vikings fan. He said he fucking cried when Brett Favre threw that interception as a Viking. So, like,
good.
I like it.
Good. With the trend of past few years, like QBs like Geno, Baker, Darnold, Jones reviving their careers, either of you have any bold predictions for a QB to do something similar in 2026? I feel
Kyler
like
Murray?
It might be Kyler. I say Kyler Murray, and not even in jest because the support around him is pretty damn good. Like, he has great receivers to throw to, right? Including one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. On top of that, they bring back Aaron Jones, who, yes, was beat up last year, but they should have at least a solid run game. So I feel like Kyler is going to be in the best case scenario because, as Perna's talking about, if JJ doesn't win out this job, which I think it might be a challenge for him to do so, Kyler's going to get all the opportunities. And who knows, like, if Kyler wants to try and get another big time contract, this is the year to do it. So I'm very, very curious to see how he is going to play and what the plan is, because at some point, yes, you do have to make a decision about JJ McCarthy, and I'm sure he's going to have every opportunity to win that starting job. I just don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Like, if you're a Vikings fan and he beats out Kyler Murray, you're even happier, right? Because you're like, oh man, damn, now he's able to take that next step.
That's a good hot take. The best thing that could happen for Vikings fans is JJ McCarthy beats out Kyler Murray in training camp.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think
it's going to be tough.
Like, the Vikings don't pursue this if they're confident in JJ. They bring in a veteran, right? Like, you bring back Carson Wentz, or you find somebody to be a reliable backup if you really believe in JJ McCarthy, and they don't at this point. There was not enough consistency, and if their team was in a different state, if they were where the Dolphins are right now, I thought
you were talking about, like, the Bears with Gary, Indiana, like different state. Got it. Okay, got it. Yeah. Understood. Your mental state, physical state. Got it.
No, they have got enough pieces on that roster to be competing, right? Like, they do not want to squander their current talent, is what I was getting to.
Sure.
And the more I think about, like, Malik Willis joining the Dolphins, the more I hate it for that man. Like, seeing all the money, like, the Dolphins are paying their players to not be on their team, like, that roster is terrible right now. And this roster is the complete opposite for Kyler.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I was just saying, I think like Arizona's roster is quite a bit better than the Dolphins at this point.
I don't know about that one. That one I might push against, because I feel like even just having Achane in the backfield,
you got
like
Achane and Waddle, and who else? Can you name anybody else besides Malik Willis at that point?
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like just having that, the Cardinals, all their running backs got injured last year, right?
Yeah, they got Tyler Algier coming in. James Conner's going to be back. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. You got Michael Wilson. You got Jacoby. You got Trey McBride.
I like Trey McBride a lot.
Everybody likes Trey.
Trey McBride's great. I think because you look at what the Vikings were able to do, they won 14 games with Sam Darnold, right? And Sam Darnold just won a Super Bowl. But with that roster, which was relatively the same besides the free agents that they swung and miss on, last offseason, like they still were able to win 9 games this past year, and they did not have steady, consistent QB play. And now if Kyler is able to just bring consistency, I feel like you're not even asking for a lot, right? It's like you said, like just being above average. I think you're going to see the Vikings win a few football games because Brian Flores is back. The defense should still be pretty damn good. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because this is also like just a weird transitional period for the Vikings because they have a roster that can compete. They just need a quarterback. And if you want to go back to Kyler Murray crying about Brett Favre, that's where they were all those years ago. They had Adrian Peterson, like they had the offense, they had the D, and they're like, we just need a quarterback, and here comes Brett Favre. I don't know if Murray is going to be a Brett Favre-esque kind of quarterback there, but man, whoever wins that starting job, yeah, they inherit a pretty good roster.
Yeah, I think it's, without like trying to get into the X's and O's of it, because God knows I'm too dumb to really break that down. I think it's about seeing if Kevin O'Connell can make Kyler Murray a more complete quarterback consistently, right? We know like off script plays, he's incredible. We know he's mobile, he can make plays with his legs. And we've seen him dial in lock in as a passer. I think it's about how do you maximize the entire field with Kyler Murray as your quarterback. And that's just one of those things you have issues with when you're dealing with a shorter quarterback.
Sure.
It is harder for those guys to complete passes, say, in the middle part of that field without shifting the pocket or moving a little bit. So I'll be curious to just see how Kevin O'Connell gets the most complete game out of Kyler as a passer. So That's what's going to be fun to watch. Like if you're really trying to get into the nerd shit of the football part of it.
And it just seems like there's no downside here.
No, there's none.
It doesn't. It's super duper cheap. The contract is a joke, and bare minimum, you have a good backup.
There will have to be another player that the Vikings could have had for $1.3 million. That is the best player in the league in 2026 for people to go, dang, we could have had that guy instead of Kyler, and that would have made all the difference in the world.
Sure.
And that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Kyler like doesn't move the needle for me a ton of like, I think he's going to come out and like light up the league, but I think he's being put in the best situation possible for him to go and succeed.
Yeah, I feel like he can be like the 12th best quarterback next year, and it's going to be working out very nicely for the Vikings.
I agree. Ashley, hey, hello, Mr. Grossi. What do you think of the Saints' moves during free agency? I think they're sneaky good. I like what the Saints are doing, going and getting ETN like right off the bat, and their run game. And now folks are wondering what's going to go on with Alvin Kamara. But I like that. Well, I am sad that Trevor Lawrence and ETN are no longer together. That makes me very sad.
I like the Saints bringing in Caden Ellis.
Ellis is good. Like I like what they're doing on defense. They brought in another guard. On top of that, they brought in Noah Fant, who I know Perna knows very well. But just to have, I think the way that they're setting themselves up is you are forming a team around a very young quarterback, and you're making the offensive line better. You're giving him a consistent run game, and you're also giving him a big-bodied tight end to throw to, right? Like those are the things that, all right, if you want to check off the list of things that are going to make a young quarterback's life a little bit easier, those are really high up on that list. So I feel for Shuck, who I want to see more of, but got a lot of people talking last season. These are some damn good moves for the Saints in a division that I feel at the bare minimum is winnable. We'll see what the Buccaneers do, the Panthers, the Falcons. Like it's all these teams are like, yeah, they could do this. They could. But if Shuck comes out and he's looking real damn good next season, why not the Saints? I mean, I think they got work to do, but I like what they've done in free agency.
It's a winnable division, like you're saying. So
yeah, I like it. Hold on, I don't know what I don't think
Saints need a good draft. You need a good draft, Noah.
Here you go, Saints. That's the closest I think I have to a Saints clip. So appreciate you, Ashley.
The Broncos are the only team who has not signed an external free agent at this point.
Yep.
And they are now they're making some cap space. So hopefully that means they're trying to trade for somebody that they're going to have to pay a lot of money for.
And you sound like Packers fans years ago of just like, maybe this means they'll do something in free agency. I mean, where are you at? Because I feel for Broncos fans, we
find nobody, Tom.
I know. Trust me. I know. I feel like it's okay. You're just going to run it back and hope for the best. But you lost some pieces, right? Like JFM being gone. Like you lost some pieces. Did you want to go and get a tight end / running back in free? Because you brought back J.K. Dobbins. That is something, re-signing your own guys. That is something. Like, are you looking more on the offensive side of the ball where you're like, man, I really would have liked them to bring in some free agents here?
At this point, I'm looking for any fucking one, Tom. Anybody. I don't care if it's a second fullback at this point. As a fan, I just want something new and shiny, and we just got all the same stuff. It was like our parents just wrapped our current presents and gave them to us for Christmas. Oh, cool. We got all the guys that we already know and like back. Thank you. Thank you. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're bringing back a bunch of these dudes, but when you don't get a single new piece, not a single new piece, that's just annoying. Even if it was just a symbolic gesture at this point. Somebody, I don't care who it is, a long snapper, be like, well, we improved in one area and won. J.K. Dobbins, if he plays 17 games, I will be thrilled that they brought that man back. You know I love J.K., and when he's healthy and on the field, he's a very good running back. Evan Ingram's coming back. Hopefully they figure out how to use him more in the offense. But they re-signed Alex Singleton, fine. Justin Stranad, I like that signing because I think when he was on the field, he was pretty good. They released Dre Greenlaw, who was immediately signed by the 49ers.
Yep.
Like, I don't even think the ink was done on his sign off out of Denver before he was already in San Francisco. They extended Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll, we brought back our lunch pail tight ends and fullbacks. Great. The Broncos, I think why Broncos fans are upset is because they were very close to getting to the Super Bowl. Big break on Bo's ankle. That effed it all up. But even outside of that, this is a team that was very close in a lot of games. A lot of games that could have went the other way.
Sure.
And we just watched the Kansas City Chiefs go from a team that won an insane amount of one-score games to the next year losing a bunch of one-score games. And my fear is without making one or two impactful moves, that's what you're risking. Now, of course, a great draft can mitigate some of that. And there's this whole narrative out there too right now. Like a lot of these teams are just eyeing the 2027 draft. So they're waiting for some of their free agent losses to count as comp picks for 2027 before they do anything else. Who cares? The Broncos are in this little window right now. They were that close last year.
Sure.
I don't care about 2027 at this point. I want them to make a move for this upcoming season. So
yeah, because also Bo, how many years does he have left? Right on his rookie deal, it's two. I mean, okay. And then you can 5th year option him, and whatever that counts. But yeah, sorry,
what you were cheap years left with Bo.
What you were talking about reminded me of this clip from years ago when Mike McCarthy was on the Packers.
What's the trade deadline like around here yesterday? So what's the trade deadline like around here? Is it a lot of conversation or just standard?
Is that what you guys? I thought it was next week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's like.
That's what it's like. Because like Packers fans, man, like the free agency, the trade deadline, it's just like, oh yeah, no, nothing ever happens. That's how things used to be. So I hear you. I mean, again, I think you hit the nail on the head about the draft, right? If you're able to go and get some, like, you need another wide receiver, right? Like, go and get a big time weapon. That would be kind of nice.
I mean, that's like the rumor is that they've been thinking about AJ Brown. They've been like that's
interesting.
That's actually a possibility, and that was according to Brian Baldinger on the DNVR podcast. And I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't know if I would want to give up draft capital right now for AJ Brown. Somebody said like Jaquan Jennings is available. Like, I would rather just sign him.
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah. Dude.
Did you say TJ Houshmandzadeh talking about him?
Yeah.
By the way, I don't think that there's a realistic spot for Derek Carr to be a starter right now.
Because he would have had to give up something to get him.
Yeah.
And he would have cost a lot more than 1.3 mil.
Yeah, I don't think so. As a starter, I don't think as a starter.
These were the Vikings options were Carr, Cousins, Kyler, and then maybe Anthony Richardson. Carr and Richardson, you got to give up some sort of draft capital for. You know, Kirk Cousins wasn't going to come in and play on a friendly deal. I'm sure they were like, hey, Kirk, you got released. Would you want to play for the vet minimum? And Cousins was like, I will start for nothing less than $75 million guaranteed per season.
Yeah. Per game.
Per game. I want $75 million.
Yeah. The AJ Brown thing but Brandon Ayuk, man, that'd be because TJ, in case you didn't see it, so TJ Houshmandzadeh, who was his wide receivers coach, right? Like,
he's like a coach to him.
Coach, like he came out in an interview and was just like, man, like it's a big risk because what you did last year was kind of crazy. Like, you turned down like $30 million guaranteed. And so now like teams are going to have to take a big swing on you. And it's a huge risk because what's going to stop you from not showing up again? Like you're going to have to regain a bunch of trust. And
the Niners are not going to release him yet. The report from Schefter was like, they're in no rush to release him. They are going to wait because they don't have to release him until like June. And maybe maybe they can even hold on to him a little longer than that. They're going to try and possibly trade him. They're going to just wait and see. So like we thought he would have been released on Wednesday. The Niners like, well, the way the contract is, we actually don't have to. And since you fucked us, you're going to have to just kind of wait for a while.
They're not going to do him any favors whatsoever.
We gave you so much money. And we were reluctant to give it to you for this very reason.
I agree with this. I like what the Commanders are doing. Yeah, I feel like for Denver, they'll see what their options are in the draft. If they do wind up making a trade for AJ Brown, that'd be fun to watch. And I think it just gives you a big-bodied receiver that it would be nice for Bo to throw to. But also,
that's Cortland Sutton kind of already.
I know, but like at least you have two now.
Yeah,
right? It's something. Do you feel what's the timeline on Bo Nix's injury? Like, should be ready to go? He'll be ready to go.
I mean, I have concerns just about Bo's health moving forward.
Sure.
He broke his ankle this year. He had fractures in his back rookie year. He needs to prove he can, stay healthy. But like, if two things happen for the Broncos receiving room, and it's big ifs, if Troy Franklin continues to progress, and he got better last year, then you feel a little excited about that. And if Pat Bryant can stay on the field and stay healthy, I really like Pat Bryant. He just had injury issues late in the season when we were really starting to feel like we could rely on him. It was like a hamstring and then something else. So you feel good about those guys, but yeah, they don't have, at this point, they don't have a guy who commands extra attention as a ball catcher. And that's really what they lack. And even as good as Cortland Sutton is, like, that's just not the type of receiver he is. And Sutton had some bad drops last year too. So, that's one part of it. I don't know why they're freeing up this cap space. And if it's just to free it up so they have more cap space in 2027, God help me. Because that's what we forget about, when you're when you finish this, when you have the cap space, it rolls over into the next season. So, right, you're like, you have an advantage there, and that's why some teams will keep it.
Sure.
But I don't know, man. It's infuriating to not do anything.
Well, it's also like the free agency is a wonderful time of year because every move that teams make is usually assumed to be a positive one. Right. Yeah. It's like, oh, my team's out there making all of these signings. And I don't even mean to throw the Vikings under the bus, but like the Vikings made a bunch of signings during free agency last year. And so did the Bears, right? For the Bears, it worked out on their offensive line very, very well. D-line, okay. And for the Vikings, it didn't work. Hargrave, who's now with the Packers, his son is very happy, by the way. Hargrave, they signed him to a massive deal. He did not play well last year for the Vikings. And like it not because they released Allen too, right? And he just got picked up. So it's Bengals. Not necessarily a great thing when your team signs a whole bunch, but I understand, and especially your perspective of, hey, we got away with a lot of wins last year. And, you know, there was folks who were saying all outside, like, oh, are this team for real? Even the AFC Championship game, right? They're still saying it. But it's just like, okay, well, now we want to get some pieces that are going to put us over the top. And it feels like for the issues that the Broncos have, or the holes, I should say, that they have, those are wide receiver. You probably need to get another tight end. The run game, you would like it to be a bit more explosive, but you know, you drafted Harvey. We'll kind of see what he does.
If they draft another running back, I'll be cool with it.
Sure. So it just seems like the offense is what could progress and put this team over the top, considering how good the defense was.
Yeah.
Also, Kaylee, happy birthday. Whoop.
Boom.
Saying, I'm 40. Oh, I got you.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Let's go.
What a rigged system we got here too, Tom.
Good job, Kaylee.
It's Kaylee's birthday, and for her birthday, she has given you $50.
Yeah, I don't know how that one worked out. I don't know how that one worked out.
We figured out how to game the entire system. You guys are too kind. It is very cool.
Yeah, I hope we have a great birthday weekend. Hope we have a great birthday, and screaming I'm 40 at everybody who will listen.
Buy yourself a vegan cake with that $50, Tom, and eat it. Eat it on your Friday night Q&A.
And listen, Q&A is going to be long tonight. We're going to replicate the week stream. Yeah, it's gonna be going for a while.
I've seen a few people say, would Stephon Diggs be good for the Broncos? And my answer to that question is yes, if we weren't waiting to see how this legal issue with his allegations of strangling his chef play out. If that wasn't looming in the background, I'd be like, yes, let's go get Stephon Diggs. But there's a giant question mark that could lead to games missed because of a suspension, depending on how this plays out. Again, alleged charges.
Did you put out a whole video about him?
No,
that one didn't do a video.
No. Luckily, this season had so much like
off field.
There's too much. There's a handful of stories I want to talk about. And then the more you learn about him, like James Pierce, it's like really fucked up. And you're like, man, this is a newsworthy thing, but I want to be able to have like humor in it. And then that one's just like one that it gets really hard to do that. You're just making it a depressing episode at that point.
Yeah.
I like my crimes to be funny, Tom. And those ones aren't. I like white collar crimes.
Or you have Chiefs fans robbing a bank or something.
There's never anything better than Chiefsaholic robbing banks.
No. How do you want the Broncos to spend their draft picks? Wide receiver, tight end, running back,
linebacker.
There you go.
Give me a linebacker in the first round. We need somebody who's like. Here's the thing about Alex Singleton coming back.
Yeah, I'm curious.
We love him. We love Alex Singleton.
Yeah,
he is the epitome of everything you want in a football player on your team. A couple of years ago, what did he do? He played an entire game with this torn ACL. This year, testicular cancer. Finds out he has it. Plays, has surgery, comes back 2 weeks later. And I think I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does on defense. In that Bills game, who caused the fumble on James Cook?
About the Broncos, I had to go clean puke. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Is Maya okay?
No, it's not Maya.
Singleton caused that fumble against James Cook. So I like Alex Singleton. I'm happy he's back. But I think if you're looking towards the future, he is getting older. You want to have a young, dominant linebacker that you can have on your defense. So, I think that's when you're looking at Alex Singleton, you're asking, were there upgrades? Could the Broncos have gotten better at the position? Yeah, if they would have went after somebody like Devin Lloyd as well. There were ways the Broncos could have made that better. So that's, and you could argue maybe tight end. They're going to talk to David Njoku. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh,
I'll be right there.
I wonder what kind of puke he's cleaning up. Is it dog puke? Is there going to be a lot of water? If it's a hairball cat puke, that can be easier to clean up. We clean up our cat pukes like every fucking day. It's disgusting. Should we start taking bets on whether he stepped in it? Did somebody step in it? Consistency? Did he step in it? Which animal puked? I will be taking your answers in the comments right now. Oh my God.
Hold on. Just cleaning up dog puke.
We're just gonna listen to Tom clean it up.
You can read through super chats. Oh, I threw up his whole breakfast.
Let's see this. Here, let's listen to Travis Etienne. This might be interesting.
I'm almost done.
It's Achan, so it'd be like ACHA. So growing up, it's Travis Achan, so it'd be like ACHANE, and that's how you always said Travis Achan. But when I went to college, I kept telling them my name like every day, and like after like 4 weeks, they just couldn't get it. So I'm like, man, it's Etienne. Like, how you say it is how you say it. So that's how that became, and it kind of took off because it was easy for the pronouncers to say it. I didn't have to just tell them. I didn't have to correct them every day to say my name, and just when I kind of just started learning more about my last name and how it came about and things like that, it just kind of stuck. It made sense, but I'm very much open to being Travis Achan again.
There's so much.
We have Devin Achan and now Travis Etienne is Travis Achan? Both NFL running backs? And we were saying Achan's name incorrectly. Remember we called him we were calling him Davon Achan. And he's like, it's Devin Achan. Holy
like
shit.
Tunyon too.
What?
Robert Tunyon?
Oh yeah, Robert Tunyon.
Yeah, we thought it was Tunyon, and then he's like, that's not my name. Sorry, I'm still wiping up puke.
Yeah. Remember when Bijan tried to say it was what did he say? What was Bijan saying how you pronounced it?
He said it wasn't Bijan.
Yeah. What did Bijan say? And this was after he had done the mustard thing. Bijan's Dijon. It's like he can't go back.
Yeah,
Nobody's going to be able to nobody's going to remember to call Travis Etienne Travis Achan.
No.
Like if I start calling Travis Etienne Travis Achan now, you guys are going to call me a fucking idiot. Bajan. It was Bajan Robinson. Is that what he was saying it was? Oh my God. I think what we need to do is day one, when a player joins a team, their first press conference, before they talk about anything, we just need them to clarify how they want their name pronounced. Day one. Because if you get to day two and we've already started to say it a different way, it's never going to change. It's never going to change.
Hold on.
This is shocking news. I find this shocking, guys. I find this shocking. Oh, yeah. Tom and I were going to talk about this. NFL wanting to add a Thanksgiving Eve game kind of bullshit is that?
Screw that crap.
Yeah.
I'll be there in like 90 seconds.
Okay, I got it. Shut up.
All right.
Oh yeah, dude, these Titans. I kind of like the new Titan uniforms. I know the logo's kind of basic.
When
the
Dash
rest of
throws up, he throws up a lot.
Oh.
It's his whole breakfast.
Oh.
Great.
That's disgusting.
It's cute. It's,
That is rancid. Now, let me get through. I can get through these super chats. What's your way too early prediction for the NFC North next year? Vikings, Bears, Lions, Packers. Dead last Packers. I'm happy with the Commanders' free agency so far. Odafe always the big signing, but Leo Chanel, I like Leo. And the Commanders got younger on defense. Smart. I don't care if the Ravens get hate. I like our signings. I think it's more about all the guys you lost. And if Trey Hendrickson gets you 14, 15 sacks, you'll feel pretty good about it.
Oh, okay. We have
There you
returned. We're good.
Yes, we are completely free from Russell Wilson.
You're free. Oh,
there we go. Nice. Look
there
at
you
that.
go.
A-Chan. That is wild to me. That
Yeah,
does not
I
make
did
sense.
not think it was that. I thought it was like ETN.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Apparently we're all idiots. That's all. Is the Bengals defense going to be okay?
No, fuck no.
We'll see what, that's the thing too, right? If Shamar could actually contribute
something,
the contribute would be nice.
Do
Like
something?
that, first round pick that you got as a pass rusher. I mean, but here's the thing too, like Lucas Van Ness, when the Packers drafted him, we're just starting to see the returns on him. He actually was having a good season last year before he got injured, but that took multiple years because there's some guys who come out of college that are insanely raw. And I know with Shamar Stewart, the idea was, all right, he has that athleticism, right? He has that build where he could develop into a really, really good pass rusher. That's why he's going in the first round. But man, he's got to develop.
Yeah, I do like Boye Mafe landing on the Bengals defensive line. He's not going to replace Trey Hendrickson's sack production, but I think he does a lot of things very well on the D-line, on the edge. I think you'll get a little bit of an upgrade as a run defender from that spot. So, but it's the Bengals, man. I have no faith in their defense at all.
We'll see. I mean, they went from being the worst to not entirely the worst by the end of last year. So that was
They scapegoated their defensive coordinator. They brought in a new guy, and it did not get any better. I want him to be good, but I don't believe it yet.
Oh, what about two favorite foods? Whoa. Who are the two favorite foods?
Fucking tacos and burritos, baby.
Really?
Dude, I could just eat Mexican food.
Mexican food
every day
every
of my
day
life.
would be great. Yeah, no, Mexican food's fantastic.
Green chili. Tacos, burritos, green chili.
Yeah, I rock with that. I could eat that every day. Just the rice and beans alone. It's just super easy.
Yeah.
Do anything with it.
Rice and bean, good combo of
Rice and beans is a great combo.
protein, carb,
Where's pasta rank for you?
fiber. I mean, my mom's is the best.
Your mom's pasta.
My mom's spaghetti, homemade.
Now we're talking.
I love it, but I can't eat Italian food every day. Jess could. Jess
It's
makes
just
herself
heavier.
pasta at least once a week,
Yeah.
and probably orders herself pizza once a week. But
We actually just had pizza the other night for the first time in a long time. We hadn't had pizza in a while. It's good pizza.
nice.
Bruno, how far the Packers make it this year? Let's go perfect scenario. If everybody's healthy, I think they're contenders to win a Super Bowl, but we just got to see if everybody's healthy. I mean, that's where they were feeling going into the Broncos game, and not everyone was healthy, but then the Broncos game happened and everyone and their mother got injured. So
Yeah.
I think right this second, they're in a good spot. I think that offense will still be clicking. It's just gonna be about what that defense looks like. I got to see what they look like after the draft too. And they got some corner depth. They got some defensive line depth. And I'm doing a whole episode about the Packers post free agency. But Hargrave, he had his best years with Jonathan Gannon when he was on the Eagles, and then he went to Minnesota last year and didn't do very well at all. And they gave him a good sized contract, and he just did not live up to that. And so they cut him after 1 year. So the Packers needed defensive line depth. And I think at the bare minimum, you're getting a veteran who can do that, but you're hoping pairing him with Gannon again is going to bring out his best. That's what you're hoping. But he's a bit older. We'll see what happens. Oh, hey, Perna, you should go do that.
That sounds like the worst way to spend an afternoon.
That sounds fun.
Pokémon fossil exhibit? What does that even mean?
Hell yeah. You could find out if you go.
These are the bones of Pikachu. So not real? Are they saying that? Are they doing real bones but comping them to Pokemon characters? What the fuck does that mean, Dan?
Dan, Perna wants to know more. Send him the invite, and that's we bet on puke on Prize Picks. Yeah, that's every now and then Dash is just like, my stomach's not feeling it today. He hasn't done it in a while, but he did it today, and that was his whole breakfast.
Yeah,
so, it's good. It's so good. It's good. Oh,
food heist. 100 pounds of butter. Good segue here. 100 pounds of butter on Thanksgiving Eve for those NFL
I was
games.
wonder. We're going to get back to that. So we're looking now to have a game the day before Thanksgiving, 3 on Thanksgiving, and the day after Thanksgiving.
Dude.
But remember, player safety is the most important thing. I just want you to make sure that that's at the front of your mind, player safety. But man, like, come on.
Just stop it.
Just stop. Just no more. Like I was good.
You've already maxed it. You've maxed it.
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like the TV ratings continue to be up, right? They're going to continue to make a whole lot of money. But yeah, so you're going to have a quick turnaround from Sunday to Wednesday now. Like,
yeah, who's playing that? Like those have to be teams coming off a bye.
You think
you cannot have teams play a Wednesday game and a Sunday game. Or maybe there are teams that played the Thursday game the week before. That's probably what they would do. The Thursday game week before, then they get the Wednesday game. It's just getting stupid. Nobody's asking for this.
No.
The problem is they just make too much money with the soloed out NFL game.
Correct. Not ideal.
I won't respect the NFL until they start broadcasting NFL games during everyone's church services on Sunday morning.
Well, depending on what time zone you're in, that already could be happening,
No, I want it in the church playing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Like TVs in the back of the pews.
Everybody in the audience gets a little clicker, and they can mute the preacher, the priest, whoever, and they can watch the game behind him. Goes to commercial, they click, they can
How
listen
can
to
you mute the priest when you're there live?
That's technology, AI.
Are you
already on it?
AI? Are you wearing headphones?
Sure. Why the fuck not?
Okay.
Sorry, God. The Bears are in third down territory.
So why wouldn't you just stay at home then in that case?
No, the NFL is going to be everywhere is the point.
Saturday mass, 5:15, something like that.
At 5:15 a.m., they've got a game for it.
It's PM on Saturday.
Whatever. I don't know how church works.
No, they couldn't outbid Chiefs for K9. Kenneth Walker to the Broncos would have been nice behind that offensive line, but nay. That's a great signing for the Chiefs. It's a good one. I think that this would be the perfect game that Perna would hate. But I could see, because Carmi and Jess, they play that Disney game, right? Is that on the Switch? What's that Disney game where they go around and they do... Every time I've gone over your house, they're playing it.
Something Valley Kingdom.
Sure.
Something. They haven't played it for a while, but
it's like an Animal Crossing Minecraft with Pokemon. Oh man, that would be a hit in the house. 100%. 100%. Oh, Perna should know about Danhausen. Should know about Danhausen.
You are cursed.
It honestly, that could fit really well in for your curse wheel videos or power rankings. There's an indie wrestler who was on the indies for a while, and then he went to AEW. Of course, it's wrestling. And now he's in WWE, and he just goes around and curses people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, it could work.
Cursed. Okay, I like that. I like that.
It's pretty great.
That could get me in.
So the Field Museum has real dino bones, and the Pokemon exhibit shows fossils from the Pokemon. Oh, that's cool. So it's like a little section within the.
That is not
museum.
cool at all.
That's cool. Sure, why not? It brings people into the museum.
Cool I've ever heard in my life.
It brings people into the museum. You get to go see real dinosaurs and then Pokemon fossils.
We had to trick you to come look at the real museum.
Hey, listen, we gotta support our public works, baby. Gotta do it. Anyway, we can do it. That's fine.
No disrespect.
Very nice.
That's the least cool shit I've ever heard in my life.
Very nice. Very evil. Nice. Very evil. Bernie, got a fake.
Oh, I understand why people say Anaruma was a scapegoat, but it's not that accurate. Both sides needed to move on. Did they? The relationship had run its course. Anaruma had struggled to develop young players, which when you pay the offense like Cincy is needed. I respectfully disagree. I would say your new coach did not develop your youngest, most important player in your edge rusher, Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think the Colts defense, before they got injury riddled, was playing pretty good last year. Now you can always say like, hey, I would say it was better for Lou to move on. I 100% agree with that part. That part of it was better for sure.
Yeah.
But I think maybe overall you need just a better or revamped entire coaching experience, Bengals fans. But at this point,
well, that's the thing too. I mean, dude, they've been trying to rebuild that defense ever since like Jesse Bates left.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just, and now like they're this past off season, like they're going in and getting some pieces in that secondary. I like that. Just they have to get better. They just have to be decent on that side of the ball. And I feel like you're just going to have a more balanced team.
It's probably more of a roster issue, you know.
Hold on, Perna, what clip you want?
I'll tell you what I want.
You tell me.
Rub our noses in the pile of piss that he left behind in Dallas. He just pissed on us right and left. There's pee everywhere. It just stinks in Dallas. He left a trail of pee right out of town.
We're using that for the winners and losers of free agency episode. I'm like, God.
Also, I don't think I've ever heard the phrase pile of piss. Wouldn't it be a puddle? Like
how thick is Skip Bayless's pee?
Buddy, like that's a dot. Like I just cleaned up a pile of throw up, right? Like there was a lot.
Skip, you need to go to the doctor, my friend. A kidney doctor specifically.
Oh, compares Pokemon to actual fossils. Hey, you also could bring young kids in and then they learn about, come on now. Education.
Not buying it, guys.
Education.
Not buying it.
Think about Daniel Jones getting paid. We talked about this when that news broke on Wednesday. Yeah, 2 years, $88 million up to $100 million. That's pretty rich. That's a pretty rich contract. But I think the Colts are in a very precarious situation that they had to pay him that kind of money because Daniel Jones held all the cards. We can talk about this on Wednesday. Am I being too harsh by saying this also reflects how the organization feels about Anthony Richardson? Right? Like that they will go and pay a guy who we'll see if he's going to be ready by the time the season even starts. We're going to go and pay him a crap ton of money. And, the guy that we drafted a few years back.
Yeah. It's crazy because like if Daniel Jones finishes the season for Indy and if they get into the playoffs, then we're looking at this contract and we're saying that's kind of a lot, but I respect it. Coming off that injury, I think it's stupid.
It's a very risky.
He can be healthy, which he has not shown at any point in his entire career. That's what I don't like about it. It's not like when you look at what Daniel Jones was doing for the Colts last year, he was playing some very good football.
Sure.
Also, those last 4 or 5 games he had, interceptions, sacks, and his fumbles all went up. The majority of all of his turnovers came in those last handful of games, and a big chunk of them came before he actually got hurt. So you're wondering, can he come back from injury, and was he starting to already regress as defenses figured him out, which I think we talked about a little bit in the last episode. The good news is it's only counting as like 14 mil, I think, projected this year. The cap hit this year is small. Then you got a bigger cap hit, and then you've got a void year. So if he does not come back after 2 years, the Colts are stuck with, I think, going to like a $25 to $28 million cap hit to not even have Daniel Jones on your team at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have a better option. And I don't know if I respect that Daniel Jones and his agent stuck it to him or not.
It's just they backed themselves into a corner, man. They don't have a first round pick this year. Like they made a big time trade for Sauce Gardner because the Colts heading into last season, I was wrong, right? Like I thought that they were going to be real bad. Now they did fall off a cliff eventually, and then Daniel Jones getting injured definitely didn't help, and like that whole thing, and they just lost a ton of games. But they did not seem like a team that was ready to make a big time move that they'd be competing immediately to go win a Super Bowl. And when you make a move like that for Sauce Gardner and give up those 2 first round picks, it feels like that you're saying this is our window, and you don't even know like if your quarterback is your long-term guy there. Like it's weird decisions. Like the Titans did. I always call back to the Titans. I do want to talk about their new unis too, but the Titans, like when they signed DeAndre Hopkins a few years ago, and it's like, well, what is this going to do? Right. You gave him a whole bunch of money. Like you don't know what you're doing at quarterback. I don't think you have the roster to compete right now. And they didn't give up 2 first round picks. So yeah, the Colts are they have put themselves in a position that they have to go out and try and win now. And I don't know if they have the roster to do that. Like there's the pieces on the Colts that I really like, but there is uncertainty with Daniel Jones. That's a lot of money to give up for him.
Yeah, I don't care that that Daniel Jones and his agent stuck it to the Colts. We know organizations will take advantage of players and their contracts any chance they get. So I'm fine with that part of it. The part of it that like makes my brain want to just explode is that Daniel Jones is going to make more money over the next 2 seasons than Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Well, like, credit the Seahawks front office, man.
Yeah, and that's not to say Darnold won't get an extension at some point. I don't think it's going to be happening this year. I think Darnold's happy to be making $33 million or whatever it is. But the fact that Daniel Jones is going to be making more than him, and even Baker Mayfield too, it's just like, why?
Chiefs, I feel like the Chiefs just continue building in the trenches, man. I feel like get some O-line depth. That'll be helpful.
Chiefs are going to suck.
Build up on the D-line. I feel like I know they lost some secondary pieces, but yeah. That's
I did the Dolphins corner. Oh, I can see his name.
What grade would I give the Buffalo signings? I don't know about a grade, but I really like the Bradley Chubb signing. He stays healthy. I like the Bradley Chubb signing, especially with Bosa walking. Yeah.
Cater Kohu. That's who the Chiefs signed coming at corner from Miami.
And I said, I like the DJ Moore too, Buffalo. I just don't like the second round pick, giving it up for him. But I think he's going to do well there.
I hope Bradley Chubb stays healthy. But forgive me if I'm not sold on the Bills paying a lot of money for another former Broncos pass rusher.
It's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Chubb was pretty good last year, and he played the full season. So I hope it works out for him and Buffalo. That'd make me very happy.
It's like there's nuance in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of nuance. That's it. Panthers, I like what the Panthers have spent a lot of money, but if Phillips can be that guy, the sample size of what he did with Philly was really good. That's a lot of money to give to him, but go out and get Lloyd. I'm about it. And the Panthers are in a position too, man, where let's rock out in that division where it is wide open. Let's see.
Rock out with our socks out.
Run with Riley Leonard. Again, like that would make sense, but
yeah, I honestly would have approached this season with Riley over having to pay Daniel Jones coming off an injury.
You can't do it, Brandon. You can't, because you just traded for Sauce Gardner.
I don't care.
Can't do it. You got to go and try to win a Super Bowl now.
You're not winning a Super Bowl with Daniel Jones coming off an Achilles tear. I would have called Phillip Rivers again, Tom.
Stuff. Oh, they have the most complete T-Rex skeleton? Huh. Look, do you see how much we're learning about dinosaurs right now, Perna? Field
That's
Museum.
great. I'll go see the T-Rex skeleton.
And
get
while
that
you're
fucking
there,
Pokemon
you
out of
get
that
the
museum.
Aerodactyl.
You get it out of that museum, I'll come look at the T-Rex.
So, just saying.
All
Also,
of you
too
with
bad
your
Justin
Pokemon
Fields-
propaganda, you've been brainwashed, and I don't want to hear it.
Too bad Justin Fields didn't work out for Chicago because they could have done so many things with the museum. They could have made it work. They could have done it.
Now, I hope
big-
Daniel Jones proves me wrong. I hope I sound like an idiot by December.
Sure.
I really, really do.
Yeah, CJ Gardner-Johnson went. Yeah, that doesn't move the needle for me a whole lot. It doesn't. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, they need their secondary to be better. We'll
Sure.
see how he does that.
I'll give you this. Daniel Jones has a better chance of getting the Colts into the playoffs this season than me ever going to a Pokemon museum.
So, if the Colts win the Super Bowl, then you'll go to the Pokemon Museum.
That's not what I said at all.
But you're saying that there's a right that the Colts.
Yeah, if the Colts win the Super Bowl this year with Daniel Jones,
Yep.
Sure, I'll go to the dumb Pokemon.
Well, it's probably gonna be over.
museum.
So then you're just gonna do something worse. But
Mm,
thankfully, you always fulfill your bets. Thankfully. Thankfully. Well, that's it. All right. Oh, it's Boomer Perna. Come now. Did you look at while I was cleaning up dog puke? Did you look at the Titans' new stuff?
Yeah, we looked at it for a sec.
What do you think about it? I like the jersey. The logo, I'm kind of about.
The logo's kind of plain, but yeah, the rest of it looks nice.
I like the baby blue looking like jersey color, but I don't like that for the logo.
Here's what I'll say: the logo's plain, and I still like this logo. I hated their other logo. I thought the Titans logo was ugly as hell. I thought it was one of the worst logos in the league. It's always looked cheesy to me. The Titans logo.
I thought it was fine. This one is just like it looks.
This one's very forgettable.
Yeah,
And somehow to me, that's an upgrade.
Yeah. Again, jerseys, the unis, I think they look pretty good. Yeah. That logo, it's not doing it for me. That's not. This is true. Pokemon card, isn't it? That's it.
That's why that's a great sign of how screwed we are.
Yeah.
You know how I know you shouldn't be touching Pokemon? Isn't Logan Paul into those cards, making a ton of money?
Oh, yeah, now he's trying to go into the Yu-Gi-Oh game. You stay away from Dark Magician.
Yeah.
But good luck moving that product, buddy.
I ain't getting on that train.
Good luck moving that. Perna, what do you got going out today, my friend?
We will finally have our real winners and losers of NFL free agency.
Nice.
Should be up hopefully by noon my time.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Couple hours. Friday night Q&A tonight. It'll be a long one. I'm going to make it to the post office today and tomorrow to send out the drawings from the Millie stream. So I appreciate your patience on that. And I need to do another Maxx Crosby skit, but I'm trying to also get things prepped for next week. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Old man yells at cloud. The funny part is Pokemon's old. So even you guys who like Pokemon, they've been around long enough where you're the old people who still like Pokemon.
You're older than Pokemon.
Barely.
But you are.
Yeah, but
it's not barely. 1999.
Yeah, everybody else is old with Pokemon. Come talk to me about Bluey. Come talk to me about Bluey, motherfuckers.
I know nothing about Bluey, just like about Bluey.
Yeah.
Like I know of.
Suck it. Pokemon, that is 20 years old. Bluey, that's what the hip kids are talking about. That's what the 5-year-olds are into now. All Carmi does is watch Bluey.
But folks, thank you so. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS, and you've been navigated.
And you've reached your destination.
Got it.
Bandit in Chile.